Hi, my name is Diego Garcia. I'm current Vice President of Malwood High School Robotics, located in El Paso, Texas, and also one of the lead programmers for Team FTC Team 5470. And in this video, I wanted to do a quick installation guide and basic setup of Android Studio for your FTC needs. Just a quick summary on what Android Studio is. It's an IDE that allows you to work in Java, and it gives you a lot of options in terms of plugins that you would like to use for your robot, such as video detection and odometry. More specifically, Roadrunner for odometry, which is very useful. I would definitely recommend not downloading Android Studio if you're not already familiar with text programming or Java in general. It can get very complicated very fast, and you should be evaluating whether your team truly does need Android Studio. If you want to look into video detection or camera detection, of game elements, or if you want to start looking into odometry, which allows you to make a very accurate autonomous, I would definitely recommend doing Android or downloading Android Studio and following this tutorial. But otherwise, I would definitely recommend sticking to blocks, as they're very versatile already, and you would be surprised the amount of stuff that you can do with blocks. Here you can see that we can download Android Studio for Windows. If you're not running a Windows device, if you have like a Chromebook, a MacBook, or a computer with Linux, you can also go to download options, and it gives you all these different downloads for Mac, Linux, and Chrome OS. Since we have Windows, we're just going to be downloading it straight from here. You're going to have to accept the terms and conditions. Definitely read all that. Download that. We're just going to be installing the installer. So we're going to go to wherever you want to download this. Maybe it'll just go straight to your downloads folder. I'm going to put this in my school folder. Go ahead and save. I'm going to dismiss that. And it's going to be installing the installer. So in the meantime, while we allow the Android Studio installer to download, we can go ahead and start downloading the project that we'll need for FTC, for Android Studio specifically. So you're going to go to the GitHub website for the FTC robot controller. And if you want to know how to find that, you can go ahead and just search up FTC robot controller. Just do GitHub. And it should be one of the first links. Yes, this is. So if you go ahead and click that first link, it should take you to a website that looks like this. It should have First Tech Challenge at the top left, along with /FTC robot controller. And here, this is the project that we'll be importing into Android Studio, which allows us to download the robot to the controller, to the robot actually directly. So in order to download this, you would just press this green code button. It should be very noticeable. Everything else is kind of white. So you're going to download the zip. Of course, choose again where you're going to download this. So now that our Android Studio installer is done downloading, we're going to go ahead and open that. Our zip also finished downloading, so we'll get to that right now. And now we're on the Android Studio setup. So this is very intuitive. You just kind of follow the steps. If you've ever downloaded like programs before, it's about the same. So you just press next. You can go ahead and select which components that you would like to install. We really don't need the virtual device unless you're planning on using like a virtual phone. We're just going to be installing Android Studio, so we press next. We specify the location of where we want Android Studio. So I'm just going to go ahead and, let this do its own thing. That looks fine. So we're just going to go ahead and press next. This is an option for a start menu folder, which I don't believe I need, so I'm going to be not creating a shortcut. If you do want to, then go ahead. You just follow what you want. So we're just going to be pressing install, and it's going to be extracting tons of files and slowly downloading them. So just as a quick warning, when you're downloading or when you're going to be importing the FTC Robot Controller Master folder into your Android Studio, make sure that you're importing the correct file, because otherwise it will not work. You will not be able to program anything, as the path directory is going to be off. And basically what that means, it's like the computer telling itself like where to look. So if we're off by even like a folder, then it messes up the whole system. So we extracted the zip file that we downloaded straight from the GitHub. So we extracted this and got this folder. This is like a regular unzipped folder. So we go ahead and click that, and this is what we install. Otherwise, if you import this one, it won't work. It's very confusing as they have the same name. If you want, you can probably rename it. I wouldn't count on it. I feel like it would probably mess up the pathway as well. So just be careful, be mindful of that. As you import this one, you're going to see that you have all these different folders, all these Gradle files. You won't be needing to really interact with a lot of these unless you're importing plugins such as Odometry, Roadrunner, Vuforia. If you're just going to be doing some basic coding, then yeah, these by itself will be fine. So now we have Android Studio Setup Wizard open after installing it from the setup, whatever it was called, the installer. It should give you it should open this up automatically. So we go ahead and follow these instructions as well. So we go ahead and press next. We don't really need anything specific, so we're just going to go ahead and go with the standard installation or type of setup. You can select the UI theme here. You're a maniac if you press light, by the way. You should stay on dark. We go ahead and press next. We can go ahead and review any of these settings. There's not really any option to edit them, so I guess we were stuck with them. And we go ahead and press finish. So it starts installing some of these components. Granted, yeah, like the installation process for Android Studio is pretty lengthy. So depending on the speed of your computer, it might take forever, it might not. So now we finished installing everything. It should automatically open up this window. If not, then you can go ahead and open it manually. For me, it did open automatically, so we're just going to keep on going. What you're going to do now is go to this, we go to more actions, and we go to import project. We're almost at the end here. We're going to import project. And now you have to remember where you installed the FTC robot controller. So I believe it was right here. If it decides to open, thank you. Squilla, new folder, and you're gonna go ahead and look at this master folder. You're gonna open it, and then this is what you're gonna install. Not this one, but this one. So you're gonna go ahead and press open, press OK. It'll say it shouldn't contain white space, but you can ignore that. Just go ahead and open it. It should automatically do it by itself. It's just gonna take a little bit. Okay, so that took a while, but we're here now, and we have the FTC Robot Controller Master already installed. So you go ahead and open this. You should have access to everything here. Sorry. Oh, don't move that. Okay, don't move that. And if you just want to start building code, you go to all the way over here. So FTC Robot Controller source main Java org first inspires FTC. And you can go ahead and start looking at all these basic like sample codes. They're pretty useful to look over, especially if you're first starting off. Oh, and then one last thing before we go. Right here when it says Android, where it says Android, you're going to click that. And you're going to go ahead and change that to project. And so now you should have it should look a little different. There should be no like Android logos or anything, but there you go. Now you're ready to put your code. You just go to team code, source, Java, and you put that all under here, team code. I hope this video helped with whatever problems you had installing Android Studio. I hope it works for you now. If you have any comments, just go ahead and ask them. Don't worry. There's no such thing as a dumb question.